Hi, I'm Wilf, and I wonder, what is a CubeSat? Well, a CubeSat stands for CubeSatellites. Hint, they're not always cubes, but box-shaped satellites. CubeSats are nanosatellites, meaning they're very small and cheap. Cheap, as in 500,000, which is cheap compared to 500 million for a big satellite. So these ones are used for testing, and they're much easier to build because they're small. They can weigh up to 10 kilograms and can be as small as a Rubik's Cube, which is really small. The biggest CubeSat at 10 kilos, that's less than half of me. That's impressive. So the point of these smaller, cheaper satellites is it's more easy for more researchers to do more of their experiments. Nanosatellites, or CubeSats, can be used to test components that haven't been tested. It could look at weather data. They can even look for plasma bubbles. Or another kind of research would be to do biological experiments in space. This is my CubeSat that I made, and it took a significant amount of time. Now I'm going to show you all the different parts inside my CubeSat. The first bit I'm going to show you is the reason the satellite is going into space at all. It is the payload. So my satellite's for CMEs. A CME, which this will measure, is short for coronal mass ejection, just meaning the sun shoots out a bit of plasma and they detect it because it can be dangerous for navigation and Wi-Fi. Our second component is our computer, which I use my mum's phone and tape some string on the back to make it look cool. So this, as you know if you've watched my Margaret Hamilton video, this is all you need to go into space. So we're going to pop that back in there and look at the third ingredient now. Next we got the magnetorquer, which senses the Earth's magnetic field and tells a flywheel, which is here, how to orient the satellite. There's actually three, and there's going to be three magnetorquers to talk to each one of the flywheels to tell them which way to orient it. The reason you need flywheels and magnetorquers is so that your CubeSat can focus on what it's meant to be looking at. You need it to be looking at the thing you want it to be looking at, not looking at everything and spinning around wildly, which wouldn't be very useful. Next, we've got the battery, which is really just a cardboard box. But ignoring that, this is our battery, which holds power to let the spaceship do things. So the solar panels here, all the solar panels, they all gather energy and put it into here to let the magnetorquer and communications do more things. So personally for my one, I enjoyed folding out solar panels that also folded out as well as ones on the sides. But at the end, you can make your own and send me pictures. I have got a walkie-talkie here that's going to stand in for the satellite's communications or radio. It needs an antenna to send it back down to Earth, which in real life, they actually use measuring tapes to do this. So how do CubeSats get into space? Well, they could hitch a lift on another rocket that's from the government or private, or it could link up with the ISS, or you can do wee micro launches, is what they're called. And I know I have a friend who launched a Tonix teacake into space. So when they get into space, they go into low Earth orbit, which is around 400 kilometers to 650 kilometers up in the atmosphere. Once they're up there, they take around 90 minutes to travel all the way around the Earth. If you like my CubeSat, you could make your own one, but you have to have the things it needs to actually work. Except it doesn't actually work because it's a cardboard box. So all the things your CubeSat needs are an antenna, an energy source, an energy storer, most importantly the payload, and flywheels to orientate it. Okay, see you next time. Bye!